for you too.
Well, thank you for joining us today at noon. Today kicks off week 2 of the summer cereal drive with Tom Brannon. This afternoon, Tom is in Searcy. Tom, how did everything go this morning?
Hey, things have been going great this morning. I got to tell you, people have been dropping off cereal. We got a big pile of it back behind us. I'll tell you this, that Searcy's in second place amongst our communities. We'll give the total a little bit later in the show. But let me introduce you to a young man who's giving a little cash. This is Racer. Racer is actually a musician, a drummer. He's performing all over Central Arkansas. Good afternoon, Racer. How are you?
Good.
Now, you're providing us with some cash for cereal. What made you decide to help us out?
I thought it'd be just a good thing to do that.
Yeah? How long have you been playing the drums?
Since I was 2.
Since you were 2. Where do you play?
At my house, I play Vino's at Barth's place.
Yeah, at the Grayson Farms, the amphitheater.
Farms,
Yes,
okay.
over at Bald Knob. He's done festivals there. We've done Eureka Springs.
You've done a lot of places then.
He's
Are you
bounced around.
are you playing this weekend anywhere?
Yes.
Where are you playing?
The Reverend.
Rev Room.
The Rev Room. $60 donation, is that right?
Yep.
60 boxes of cereal from Racer. Mom, thank you so much, and you brought the rest of the band out today. We've got a big day planned here for the end of the show. We're going to show you the totals we've collected here in Searcy. We'll do that in a few minutes. Right now, we'll go back inside.
Well, good afternoon. Yeah, weather-wise looking absolutely fantastic. A much-needed change after quite the busy weekend that we've had. Matter of fact, last week was pretty active for us, so it's nice to have a beautiful start to the new week. Here's a look at what we're looking at. Temperatures right now already warming up into the upper 80s this afternoon. Still a few spots in the 70s, like in Mountain Home. Low 80s over in northwest and northeast Arkansas. A little bit closer here in the metro region. 85 in Benton, 84 Mayflower, 84 Fort Conway, 87 for Sheridan, but overall on this Juneteenth, the forecast looking fantastic, sunny and warm. Temperatures warming up into the low 90s this afternoon. Lots of sunshine to enjoy. This is what we're tracking in the forecast. Finally, some quiet weather conditions for us for at least the next several days. It will get a little bit hot and humid, but we do have low chances of rain in the forecast later this week. I'll highlight that in the forecast coming up.
All right, Corrales, thank you. Thanks to those storms yesterday, thousands are still without power in Arkansas. That number continues to lower with crews out working after wind and storms all weekend. This is a live map of outages in the state. It looks like about 27,000 of homes are still without electricity. Most of those outages coming from the River Valley and the southwestern part of the state. Cleanup and power line repairs are still underway from the severe weather early Sunday morning. This is video from El Dorado overnight as the last round of storms exited the state. As you just saw, one of the main areas dealing with widespread outages. And in Russellville today, the city's animal shelter will be open from noon until 8 p.m. for residents to get rid of any tree limbs and debris. Russellville's mayor shared these pictures on Facebook showing cleanup work underway over the weekend. And a reminder for people in Little Rock still working to clean up debris from the March tornado. This Sunday, June 25th, is the deadline to make sure all of your debris is at the curb to be picked up. Workers will continue to collect debris daily until the final sweep on Sunday. Big changes could be happening to the Saline County Library if a proposed ordinance is approved at tonight's quorum court meeting. The ordinance would strip the power of the Saline County Library Board and give complete oversight to the county judge. It's the latest development in the ongoing tension involving the library. Well, in April, we reported the quorum court passed a resolution requesting the library remove books from the children's section that some parents consider sexually explicit. It led to a back and forth involving billboards, with one funded by the group Saline County Republicans. Now to tonight, the proposed ordinance would remove the library board's ability to hire or fire library employees and would regulate employee salaries. It would give County Judge Matt Brumley complete oversight of library management and operations. Earlier this month, Brumley told the quorum court he had lost confidence in the library's leadership. The quorum court will vote on a new chairperson tonight, along with filling a vacant seat on the board. And today, Little Rock police are trying to find a teenager believed to be a runaway. 16-year-old Taylor Young is missing. He's about 5'2", 115 pounds. He was last seen in Little Rock several days ago. If you see him or know where he might be, LRPD asks that you reach out. The campaign trail in California, President Biden tried to address the things he thinks most Americans really care about, from infrastructure repair to tax reform to American manufacturing. Christina Ruffini has the latest from the rally.
Make it in America.
In his first big campaign speech, President Biden told a ballroom of supporters in Philadelphia they too can make it in America if they give him a second term.
We've got a fight in our hands. And my question to you is simple. Are you with me in this fight?
President Biden ran the crowd comprised mostly of union workers through his administration's greatest hits.
Under my predecessor, Infrastructure Week became a punchline. On my watch, we're making infrastructure a decade headline.
And pledged to reform the tax code for big corporations and very wealthy donors.
They paid a lower tax rate than school teachers, than firefighters. Just pay your fair share, man.
He also took aim at Republicans without naming names.
They're coming for your jobs. They're coming for your future.
Ahead of the speech, President Biden picked up an early endorsement from the AFL-CIO and 17 other major labor unions, the exact type of working-class voter the Biden campaign hopes will make up a major block of support.
I think I'm told this is the first time ever this early that every single union has endorsed me. I'm told that's never happened before.
But the president still faces an enthusiasm gap, even in his own party. The latest CBS News poll shows 42% of Democrats don't think he should run for a second term.
I need you badly. So are you with me?
Now, this was the first major campaign event since the president launched his campaign over video almost 2 months ago. Christina Ruffini, CBS News, the White House.
This comes as members of the Teamsters Union, which represents about 340,000 workers at UPS, voted to strike if no agreement is reached with the company. Their current contract expires on July 31st. The union is seeking higher pay, the elimination of so-called two-tier wages, where newer workers are paid less than older employees for the same job, the removal of surveillance cameras from delivery trucks, and more full-time jobs. If the strike occurs, it could be the biggest labor walkout in the U.S. since the 1950s. And today, the president heads to Palo Alto, California. He'll tour coastal wetlands and tout his administration's investments in climate commitments. This week, the Biden administration is launching a $575 million climate resistance regional challenge aimed at helping communities become better able to withstand extreme weather and other impacts of climate change. And today is America's youngest holiday. After the break, we'll hear from one woman with a very personal connection to Juneteenth. And Tom is out in Searcy today for the summer cereal drive. When we come back, we'll hear from him. But first, Corrales.
Just look at this view. No haze, no storm clouds, nothing but blue skies and sunshine. We have a nice weather pattern over the next several days. I'll let you know what to expect into the new week and a recap of what we saw over the weekend as well coming up.